Welcome to Thingamajigger Thursday. In today's episode, I'm going to be taking a look at this really unique Proto socket. Then we're going to take a sneak peek at next week's tool. Then probably the reason why everybody's here is the Mega Tool giveaway. We're going to hold the drawing for that at the end of the video, so please stick around for that. I will throw a little timestamp up here if you want to skip ahead to it. All right, let's jump into it. All right, so we had a couple guesses, and as usual, Raw Bacon nailed it right on. This is a Proto stud extractor, model 4515. I've never seen anything like this, and I've had to fiddle with it a little bit to figure out how to use it, but I found that taking the wedge, pointing it towards me, then you can insert your bolt in the wedge in there. So let's see if we can't figure this out again. So this is a 5/16, and the 5/16 happens to be right at a weird size. All the rest of them are easy. All right, so it's jammed in there like that. And then as you twist it, it rotates into that wedge and it holds it nice and strong. So we're going to go over to the bench and give it a quick shot. And so excuse the mess here on the bench, but we'll try a 1/4 inch first, and we'll see if we can't twist either the bolt head out of the vise or break the bolt off. That hole is actually offset, so you can put it in either direction to gain more space or less space as you need. All right, so it took me a second fiddling with this thing to kind of figure it out, but I found if you set the socket on there first and then take your wedge and figure out which side it will grab on, seems to work better. So right there, it's grabbing that 1/4 inch bolt. I use an old school Proto 1/2 inch ratchet. Oops. Backwards. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, that worked. That worked a treat. Okay, let's bump that up a little bit. We'll go to a 3/8. See what we can do with this guy. Now, how do you get this out of here? Probably just a little tap on that wedge. It's jammed in there pretty good. We tap the wedge. There it goes. Let's try this 3/8. We'll do the same thing. We'll put the socket over it, figure out which way looks best for a wedge. Maybe I gotta go in from this side. There it goes. Nice. Makes a pretty solid grip there. Oh yeah. I'd say that works pretty doggone good for a stud extractor. 3/8 snapped it right off. Now, how hard is this one going to be to get out of here? I'm just going to tap it on that. Yep, piece of cake. All right, so now that we saw how this thing works, this Proto one, let me show you my preferred methods and a few extras. You know, so there's the common easy outs, different styles. You got the squares, got the spirals. So I hate that. It almost never works. Usually you have to drill it out, tap it, helicoil, go from there. These are mostly just for nuts and bolts, not for a stud, but you probably could get away with using these. I've used these multiple times for stuck or rounded off nuts or bolts. So those are handy. This here has been my go-to stud extractor for several years now. Basically, it tightens down almost like a drill bit chuck, but in reverse. So as I loosen this, it tightens down. So we could put a stud in there. Imagine that stud is busted off. Put that in there, and then you just throw a wrench, ratchet, socket, crescent wrench, whatever, and as you twist back, it spins it out, and it just keeps tightening. This has been my go-to for a long time. Now, I just got this set, and I have never even used it. This is snazzy, though. Specialty Tools Stud Extractor Set, AST 202 is the set number. So these have cams on the inside. And as you rotate to the left, those cams actually grab on and start biting into the studs. So it just barely fits in there, and there's those cams in there. And as you start to spin it to the left, lefty-loosey, those cams bite into it. So you can turn it to the right all you want. Actually, no, you can't. It catches it to the right, too. Wow, that's cool. So it does catch. Let's see if we can't break this thing off. Let's see how strong they are. Oh, geez. That is fantastic. Now, how do you get it out of there? Probably just a light tap. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Well, I don't want to take this thing apart to get it out of there, but... So there's definitely lobes in here. You can see a lobe, lobe, lobe. So that's where those roll pins need to fall into in order to release that bolt. There it goes. So I wonder if I could do that once it, or with it still together. I don't know. That seems like an awful big pain in the ass. However, using something like this that grabs onto it and doesn't mar it up a whole lot is probably worth that kind of pain in the ass. So there we have it. A Proto 4515 stud extractor. And I think I'm going to throw this in the next Mega Tool giveaway. So now on to next week's tool. This one kind of blew my mind. I've never seen anything like this. Did have to cover up a bunch of it because it's got this slider right here with this itty bitty little wire that comes out the end. You can see all the numbers here. That's the maker, so maybe that'll help you figure out what it's for. It's got a nice little sheath, so that'll be next week's tool. All right, the moment we all been waiting for, the tool giveaway. Real quick, shameless plug. Hey, please hit them like and subscribe buttons. I appreciate all the comments and interaction with the videos. And I'm coming up on 2,500 subscribers, and I was thinking about doing some sort of live feed or live chat, whatever that's called. Finally got some Wi-Fi in the barn, so I could actually drag a computer out here and make something happen. Let me know what you think about that down in the comments. All right, on to the drawing itself. So we got 9 entries. 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's our 9 chips. I'm not going to go through the list out loud, but I will throw a little something up in the corner that's typed out so that you don't have to read my chicken scratch. Go ahead and throw these in the bag here. Eek. Now I can't cheat anymore, right? Number 9, right? 9, yep. 9 is Fred Cavalier. I think that's how you say that, Fred Cavalier. So congratulations, Fred. I'll get a zoom up of that just so you can verify that that's what happened. And Fred, make sure you claim this within 2 weeks, all right? 2 weeks from today, if you haven't gotten in touch with me, I'm going to do this drawing again. And Fred, I'm going to announce your winnings right here in the comment section. Actually, I'll reply to last week's video, to your comment. I'll reply that you won and give you my email address, which is just at tucsawacres@gmail.com. From there, I need you to email me at that email address. I will give you a confirmation code that I need you to put back in the comments here in YouTube. That way it's 2 different accounts that you and I are interacting in. So I know it's you. That way somebody else can't just email me and say they won and I send the stuff off to them. All right, does that make sense? So that's it for this week. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Have a safe and great weekend. We'll catch you next Thursday.